What it do, YouTube fam? What it do? Your boy is back on the grind one more time. Your boy is back at it again. So I got some not so good news, but we're gonna be able to work through that. And I got some good news. I'll be able to show you a little piece of more jewelry that I got for the Chevelle as well too. So let's start off with a couple snags that we have gotten into with the Chevelle. So the other day, my buddy Chris sends me a text message saying, when you go to buy more parts, because I had to go to this place called Biscay's down there where I get all my Chevelle parts, he was like, you're going to need to pick up a new door latch. And I'm like, why? He was like, I basically had to break your latch to open the door. So when he was putting the car back together, the trim, things like that, he had to open the door on the passenger side to get to some of the trim and things that he needed to get to, whatever. So I think he was probably putting either some the window channels in or something. I don't know, but he had to open the door for something. Well, the door would not open. So I don't know from when he shut it like a while ago and it just wouldn't open, or he was like opening and closing it and then he just closed it and it wouldn't open back up at that time. Not sure. Anyways, long story short, he said that he spent about an hour using a crowbar from the inside, and he basically had to butcher up the whole latch assembly in order to get the door open. He didn't damage the paint or anything like that, but in order for him to open the door, whatever access that he had from inside of the door to hook up the crowbar to the latch or whatever he had to do, he basically had to butcher it, break it open so the door would actually open. So with that being said, I had to buy a whole new latch assembly. Now, I called Biscay's and luckily they had one latch assembly on hand. And they're cool, man. They're like, we can hold this for up to a week so you don't have to come down anytime soon. Because again, it's like an hour and a half away from my house. But luckily they had it and he said, I'll hold it for you. So whenever you can get down here, you can just come pick it up. So that was dope. So we ended up getting a whole new latch assembly. Another $75 later. Again, this car is, man, nickel and diming me left and right. But we had to get it done. And again, I'm trying to stay positive on this entire build because, again, that could have happened to me sometime down the road. It was probably going to happen at any time. And luckily it happened now. I felt bad that it happened now while he had the car. And then he had to, break the door open and stuff like that. But luckily it happened where the car was safe and we didn't get stuck or anything like that. So anyway, so we had to come over that. And secondly, this is why I hate using aftermarket parts, in particular, trim pieces and that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and got a rear window trim for the Chevelle. The reason why is because I actually have a set of trim front and rear and actually an extra set of front. And what I did is I used the best sets that I had that came with the car. The guy sent me with a lot of trim. Where the rear trim wasn't terrible, but it was bad enough where I didn't really want to take the time to kind of like fix it. Some of it's kind of warped. It wasn't really damaged that bad. You could tell at some point somebody was like trying to pry the clips and stuff and the trim off of the back window and they kind of bent it a little bit. But again, it's probably workable and you could have fixed it if you would have took the time to do it. However, I was like, you know what? It's bad enough where I don't want to use it, but it probably could have been used at some point, but I don't have the time because I had to get the trim to the powder coat. So what I did is I went ahead and bought a whole new set. I don't even know what brand it was. I have it written down somewhere or I have a picture of it, but I got it from Biscay's and they usually sell pretty reputable parts. However, long story short, I got all my stuff powder coated. I got all the trim and stuff to my buddy Chris. His buddy, the glass guy, came and installed my glass, and I'll put pictures up on all this as well. I don't have any video because he just sent me pictures. So the glass install went great. They already had the glass because I sent him the glass a long time ago. He actually needed the glass for mock-up purposes for some body work that he was doing. We had his buddy come in and do the glass, and then he puts on the front trim, goes on perfect. That's, as far as I know, that was the OEM trim. That's the trim that came off the car, snapped it right on. Goes to the back and the glass goes in perfectly. But then, of course, here we go. The rear trim does not fit. at all, like at all. I think so there's 4 pieces of the trim. There's like 2 top pieces and then there's 2 bottom pieces. Let me go over here, y'all. My arm is getting tired from holding this camera. But how it works is on the bottom of the Chevelle, they kind of go along the bottom, and then there's a bend that goes up probably about 3 or 4 inches, and it goes up on both sides. Then there's a long kind of like 90-degree piece that goes up along the side, and then it bends and goes up top, and then the other one does the same, and I think they kind of meet. The top portions, the longer 90-degree bends, the bends are so far off, you guys, like it doesn't even match. My buddy says it's not even close at all. He says they probably can work with the bottom pieces, but the top pieces, no go. So that really kind of annoyed me because you know, I had them powder coated. So now we're gonna have to try to at least salvage the ones that I have. And I actually found them. I had to go, well, my girl's dad had to go to my storage shed, since my storage shed is down by his place, and then dig up the trim that I just took back down there because I actually had it here. He had to dig up my trim, and then I had him meet my buddy at the powder coater because I have some other stuff at the powder coater that my buddy Chris needs. So it ended up working out in the long run. They were able to meet, exchange parts. So now my buddy Chris has all the original trim from the window. My buddy says it's actually not that bad. He thinks that he can probably try to work with it and bend it back to where it's pretty straight, and it'll go on pretty good. So he says he's gonna do that for me. So the unfortunate thing is I'm gonna have to take it back to the powder coater to get it done, and I talked to them already. They said it should be no problem. I'm out $100 and whatever, $40 for the trim, and then whatever I paid for the powder coating, and now I'm out time as well. And man, it's just like now these little things are starting to come up where you know, it kind of prolongs the build. So this car again is nickel and diming me, and I'm also buying new parts for the car, stuff that I need, stuff that I wanted, but the funds are starting to go downhill a little bit. So man, this car building stuff is it is not for the weak. All right, it's not for the weak, and it's not for people who don't have the funds and the money to do it. Now I see like why a lot of people cut corners and things like that, but this build is not about that, you guys. I am trying to go in on this car, and this is going to be one top-notch build. So with that being said, I do have a little bit of a dress-up piece for Letty, and I'll go ahead and show you what it is, you guys. It's actually my steering wheel. So I've never showed my steering wheel before, and I believe it's a Billet Specialties steering wheel. I bought it a long time ago, and I just left it in the box in the garage, and I haven't seen it since. I mean, it's been probably over a year since I bought it. My girl bought it for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you in to the garage, do an unboxing on it, and then see what you guys think. All right, so if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. Your boy is rebuilding a 1971 Chevelle from the ground up. I built the motor, or my buddies did the interior, the Griffin brothers. My buddy is doing the paint and body, already done. He's putting it back together for me right now. And again, only one other shop ever touched this car, and that's my guys who did the exhaust. So other than that, pretty much a garage build. This will be the definition of a complete garage build by the time we are done with it. You guys can do this at home. I do fitness, you guys. I'm definitely no mechanic, but I'm building a car, a nice car, and I can't wait to get it on the road. So anyways, enough talking. Let's go in the garage and do the unboxing on this steering wheel. Guys, so here we go. Billet Specialties steering wheel, 2 boxes right here. It's only been out the box once, and that's pretty much when I bought it. And I took a picture out in front of Summit. is actually from the Summit in Reno. I was thinking it was in Texas when we went to Whip Fest, but we did go to Summit there, and I bought some parts. But I think this is actually from Reno, Sparks, Nevada, Reno, and my girl bought this for me. It's a really nice steering wheel. Again, it doesn't match the wheels or anything like that, but it'll definitely match the look that I'm going for, especially with all this jewelry right up top here, you guys. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, all that jewelry. If you haven't watched my video in regards to that jewelry, definitely check that out, you guys. Let's go ahead and open this up. Is this a steering wheel? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, hey! What is up? What is up? Now, tell me I didn't do a good job matching this with my wheels, man. This is pretty much, you know, kind of what my wheels look like, with the two-spoke look here. And then what I really like about it is this right here. I don't know how people can see the gauges and everything on their steering wheels when they have the full wheel. Now, I don't, you know, to each their own. You know, I'm not knocking anything or anybody's car or anything like that. I just prefer an open section up here so I can see the gauges. That's just my preference. So I even kind of get annoyed when this part of the steering wheel actually blocks off some of the gauges so I can't see. But anyways, look at that, you guys. Ooh-wee! Get in the comments, y'all. Let me know what you think. Man, oh man. That's a really nice piece, you guys. Really nice piece. I mean, this thing hasn't even been out the package yet. That's how new it is. Just think I've had this thing about 2 years or more. Man, so that's a nice piece. I really like it. And I actually kind of forgot what it looks like, because the whole style of wheel that I wanted was this style of wheel. And I got this before I actually got my wheel. So I knew that I wanted to go with this type of look. And I think at some point, maybe like several months later, that's when I found my US mag wheel. So I'm glad that this kind of matches. I think that'll be perfect. And what it comes with is this right here. I think this is the pad, or I don't know what they call it. The wrap, the half ring wrap. And it is leather. This is actually a 15 by 5 inch steering wheel. So it matches perfectly. I got this with the steering wheel. So when I was at Summit, they sold me this with the wheel. So it should match up pretty good and be just fine. So yeah, black, and that should go really well with the whole interior and the concept that I'm going for. So let me open it. Well, I'll give you the part numbers here. So this is the part number for that. If you guys can see it. Looks like it's 33008. And then right here, what's the part number for this? There you go. 34005. Yeah, 15.5 inch. So let me just take one of these pieces here. Let's just do this. Let's put these interior pieces right here that are gonna be matched up with the steering wheel that's gonna be inside of the car. All right, let's go ahead and put this there as well. So look at that, y'all. Look at that. Let me take this camera off so you guys can kind of see a little bit more closely what this is gonna look like. Ooh, come on, y'all. Now, can you see? Can you see what type of theme we going in inside of that car, y'all? Come on now, get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. All this put together. Wee! Wee, y'all. Get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Man, that's gonna look super dope. I'm gonna have to get a good thumbnail with all this on there. Yeah, y'all, check that out. Also, you guys, one thing I forgot to show as well is the horn cover and the actual adapter. So you need the adapter also in order to make that steering wheel work. So this is the part number right here. I think 31120, and the part number right here 323 20. Again, these are all from Summit, so I'm not sure if these are also Summit numbers, part numbers, or if they're just like Billet Specialty part numbers. So I'm pretty sure they're probably the same. I think what Summit does is they usually put like abbreviated name of like what it is on their site, and then their normal part number. So it could be like BS dash, you know, whatever this part number is. So I think that's what Summit does, but I'm not sure. But anyways, you guys should be able to reference that. Again, it's all billet pieces as well too. So again, that'll make everything look really nice and clean, and hope for a straight install. But yeah, can't forget about this. I almost forgot about it, but yeah, you need this in order to adapt those steering wheels to the old school. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you. I actually haven't seen that steering wheel since I bought it. So that is it, man. I'm super excited about that piece. Complements well with everything that I got with the Sandman jewelry. Woohoo, man. It is gonna be so dope. I'm super excited about this, man. Now that I get to see kind of like everything that I have in regards to the Chevelle, it is all coming together. I did this build right, at least for me. I took my time, I stockpiled my parts, and man, it's all coming together. So if you like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see, definitely leave a comment. Let me know, you guys. Man, this 71 Chevelle, super excited about it, and I can't wait to get it back here so we can start going in on it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. It is cold as F in here, and I need to get back in. I gotta do some work for my biz, and then shoot, man, just relax the rest of my day. So if you're new to the channel, again, definitely think about subscribing, hitting that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. Mr. Griffin 23 out of here. Deuces. Peace out.